the dynamics change sometimes when it's your mate and a friend, and that you're a little bit older, they're a little bit younger, and there's that rivalry between these two guys where there's great respect and great friendship, but at the same time there's that rivalry between them, and neither of them are going to want to go home and lose today. So this is going to be a cracker heat.
20.5 minutes to go, still no score log, but that's going to change. Andino up here in his 8th year on the championship tour, looking to get things started against a surfer in his 2nd year, Griffin Colapinto. And we've seen plenty of smaller rides like that.
That water moving around when the wave breaks, and it's very unusual to see someone have so much time. Waiting, bottom turn around the corner. That's quite unusual here at the box. Normally it's so much steeper, so much later. But Kolohe found a nice place to take off and had a lot of time to set up the barrel. I suppose in a way it detracts from the critical nature of what it is, and so in terms of the scores you most probably see them reflect how easy the takeoff was. But again, good positioning to find one of those type of ways to start your campaign.
Yeah, and I can only imagine that it must have been easier sometimes coming up against someone who had world titles and whatnot that was from another country. We'll come back to that in a moment as Kolohe Andino chases down a 2nd successful ride.
Oh, and in a way I'm baffled by Griffin's ride, because there was almost a point there where he knew it wasn't going to work and he just kind of threw himself over. But it looks like Kolohe's controlling the heat, he's controlling that wave, that situation. And at this point in time, there's that sense of maturity and experience coming to the fore.
You can tell too, just at the end of this ride button, we've touched on it, just the details you've got to be really looking for coming out of the barrel here. And generally when you're riding a perfect wave and you're going down the line, you can sort of look beyond what's right in front of you. But the guys riding out of the barrel here, I've noticed they're looking right underneath the nose of their board. And
you watch the body, you watch the upper body here and see how he lifts those arms up and he unweights his body to actually allow the board to kind of glide through that white water and get to that point of completion on the ride.
Against Kolohe Andino, who's had 2 makes out there but doesn't really have that big number just yet. He's swinging into one now. Late drop, ducks under the lip, compresses, stays nice and low, rides out and celebrates.
That was an incredible tube, and I was feeling so good for Griffin. I was like, he's got one that's going to eclipse that score of Griffin's. A bit bigger wave on him.
Yeah, drops down and it's already well and truly throwing by the time he gets on that tow rail and ducks under the lip. Finding some great cover. We'll see it again here.
And you see he gets a little dip there, and he just drove off that bottom into the tube. He's super deep and super round and spitting while he's in the tube. Comes out more or less after this.
From this angle, you can see how difficult it is to position yourself. It's starting to draw off the bottom here for Griffin Colapinto, who ducks in, locked in so deep, trying to punch through that curtain. But this isn't like breaking through the normal lip of a wave at your typical beach break, is it?
No, sirree, it's not. All of that great Southern Ocean just exploding onto this shallow reef.
Really interesting, just the conditions. We've been monitoring them all day, and there was talk of potentially moving over to main break. I think if we stay here at the box, that's really going to work in Julian Wilson's favour. Great barrel rider. Yes. Haven't seen too much of Jadson surfing out here at the box, so, you know, Julian, I think will definitely take that advantage and run with it.
Let's have a look at this. Deep, pulls in. Gets tubed a smaller wave. He liked it. He loved it. And it was kind of the momentum he needed to start building. I don't know that it's going to be that 6.54. Might need to be bigger than that. But the positioning and the feeling that he got out of it was definitely going to help him to, you know, foster some strength and some courage to try and find another score in this last minute and 45 to take the win. Roti, look at this. Grabs the rail, somehow pulls it and gets his line.
Well, it's just felt like Kolohe Andino's had all the rhythm, but he did make a bad wave choice, and Griffin Colapinto's going to get a shot. Locked in, big barrel, plenty of steps. That is an ugly staircase to try and walk down.
Oh, ugly's the word. That's what I was thinking too, that one. It was, the moment was there. Should he have waited for the second? Who knows? You'll never know.
Andino, he is going to survive this heat. Griffin Colapinto, a last shot effort on a good size set wave, but he just couldn't execute it. He couldn't get through that pit. It turned really ugly on the inside.
Sure did, and that was a lucky one. That was an escape for Kolohe. That was one that he could have, if that wave was a bit better wave, he could have lost that heat. He got real lucky at the end there, and he'll learn from that.
Kolohe Andino marching on through.